All right, guys, 6 characters here in this patch. And of course, we got a couple of reworks as well. All look important in some sort of which way or another, but you can't work on all of them at once. So what we're going to focus on here in this video is what are the priority invest in, what will probably give you the most of value right now based on your roster. We're going to focus on that in sequence as well, based on the events, based on the meta, etc. guys. So let's actually get started right now. The first thing that I will take a look at here is going to be the event campaign that's going to be coming up here for Captain America World War II. We're probably going to find out some more information about that in this Friday's blog, potentially maybe even sometime next week. But we did get this in-game mail here. He is the patch release day character that mentioned how to recruit. Valiant Veteran Orb, limited time offers, but then they also mentioned the upcoming Star Spangled main event. Now I believe that this is going to part of this is going to be the event campaign, and we did get a data mine here that detailed out what you're going to need for that event campaign for Captain America World War II. And it lists out here the Rebirth team. Only Rebirth requires Invaders and Rebirth. They keep on doing this, right? And requiring Captain America World War II. So Captain America World War II is a little bit easier, I guess, than the full Invaders team. But these are probably what I would focus on first and initially. Now, if you're like me, where you haven't built out your Rebirth team yet because you're still using your Web Warriors and Gamma, yes, it's a little bit more challenging, but because you've probably focused on some other priorities like Masters of Evil, getting your APOC, stuff ready, that's what I did. You're probably going to want to circle back around to your Rebirth team now. Number one, they're a sensational raid team, and they're probably going to be needed not just for this raid, but then probably the future raids as well. So, and then you're also going to be getting the additional value of being able to use them in the event campaign. Also, there is also a data mine that does list out that Captain Carter is going to be coming to a strike pass. I believe it's going to be the next strike pass. So that will also give you some additional opportunities to be able to land some shards for her as well. Agent Venom, on the other hand, I think players probably really need Agent Venom shards. So I'm not quite sure what they're going to do for that. But based on the event campaign, based on the sequence of that probably most likely showing up first here, that would be what I would focus on here, getting your Rebirth team ready. Now, as it pertains to the Invaders, you only have one Invader that's free to play to everybody right now, right? And that's going to be Nick Fury. So I would also take a look at Nick Fury as well, probably start boosting him up as a character to try to get yourself ready. I'm also hearing some really good things about Nick Fury in the Skill Doom race. So I think there's a video out that shows him doing really well with some other Secret Avenger characters in the Skill Boss Node. I heard that he does pretty well there. So therefore, maybe you'll kill 2 birds with one stone. Maybe if you don't have the full Invader team, at least get one Invader ready. And then if you can get lucky with Captain America World War II, then that also will help as well. We still just need to find out more information about how we're going to be able to unlock these other characters. Because Captain America World War II was also mentioned there, specifically required for one of these nodes, which once again kind of makes it seem like it's really whaley in order for you to be able to do this. Which is probably not ideal unless you have just extra cores to be able to unlock the character. But that would be where I would focus down first, would be for the event campaign. And next, there are 2 things to think about, right? Like, where are you in your Marvel Strike Force gameplay? What do you prioritize here? There is some information on Cosmic Crucible, right? So of course, we got the new room changes in room 5 with creeping spiders. We now know that Eternals have a little bit of a boost here. They count as Tangled Web characters. They're also gaining 20% resistance and max health. Cersei's supposed to be given revive once to Tangled Web characters. The issue here is that the way this is worded is that it's supposed to give it to Tangled Web characters, but they're also gaining revive. Every character is getting a revive one, so Cersei as well as Icarus. And I think this is probably because they have it programmed to where the Eternals are counting as Tangled Web characters. So that's the reason why they're also getting revive once as well. So people are saying it's a bug. I'm all wondering if it's kind of a feature at this point that they're doing it. They just haven't said anything about yet, but it is definitely causing a lot of frustration. A lot of players are not able to really kind of beat that room 5. Just even on the day 1, it was a little bit challenging. And it seems as if though the new Warriors are going to be the team that you're going to need in order to be able to beat that team consistently. The issue here though is that the full new Warriors team is not going to be out. And your Firestar, we don't know exactly when our campaign or event or whatever, like campaign, but whatever our event is going to be for this month. So it's kind of going to be a little unreliable to try to build your new warriors right now without knowing exactly when Firestar will land. So you're kind of going to have to play it a little bit by ear, or maybe you try out your new warriors first, build them up a little bit, see if they can do well against it, but you're going to have to team them up with some other characters. Now, there is a comp that is able to beat this in stage 5 that I did see here, and I did save it as a squad. And it's down here. It is the Undying team with Spider Reaver, with Emma, and then with 2099. So doing this though will weaken your defense by removing Spider Weaver and 2099 and then using them on offense. It's going to weaken your defense, but this team is able to beat them. So maybe that would be a good direction. If you don't want to build up your new warriors, I keep on saying web warriors, your new warriors right now, then you have another option here that you can use on offense, which then may mean that your next priority that you want to probably build out here could be a character like Quicksilver whenever they get released. So obviously we talked about Rebirth. Obviously, if you get Invaders, you build them. New warriors make sense if you trust that you're going to get Firestar, but Quicksilver, I think, will probably be a better bet in terms of build, just simply because he's a little bit more plug and play. Kit looks really strong. There are also some things here that maybe potentially might help you against that new Tangled Web team in room 5 as well. I think there's one ability here where he clears all charges on the primary target and reduce the speed bar by 30%. That may be helpful against Spider Weaver, right? That could be valuable for you, as a player here. So once again, though, we do need to find out exactly when Quicksilver will be released. But in terms of sequence here, probably what I would focus on right now would be Rebirth, Invaders as you get them, and then probably going Quicksilver, and then maybe waiting on new warriors, because you can slot in that other team right now that I just talked about to be able to beat that team on defense. So that would be my focus in the direction that I would go in personally. That will kind of just makes it a little to simplify. That's actually the direction that I'm going to be going in. Now, I do have the luxury of already having Deathpool at level 90 because of APOC, so probably you should do that at least. And the other new warriors characters already at level 85. I do have that, but with Firestar, I probably wouldn't build her initially. I probably would go in the direction of Quicksilver first, because at least I have another team that can beat that room in room 5, although it will weaken my defense a little bit. But this is really kind of an all offensive Cosmic Crucible meta right now, in my opinion. And like I said, Quicksilver just seems a little bit more plug and play in a lot of different game modes. I'll probably get a little bit more value out of that moving forward. So those are my thoughts, guys, here in this video. Let me know if you have any questions about anything, of course, like my thought process. If you don't agree with my thought process, leave that in the comments as well. What are you thinking about doing on your roster here in this upcoming patch? More videos to come next week. We'll talk about some other stuff here as it pertains to team builds, things like that. We'll throw those videos out next week. Like and subscribe for more here on the channel. Hit the notification bell so that you know when the videos do go live. Also, check out the links that are down below in the description. Patreon, which you can support me for $1 a month, and some other links where you can follow me on social media as well. Also, my new YouTube channel, I'm keeping it comic, where we cover Marvel and DC and anime stuff there as well. Check it out. Listen, appreciate you guys watching the video. Until next time, guys, y'all be blessed. I'll be safe. Bye.